is a lecture on information system security. Today we are going to discuss block cipher mode of operation. So encryption algorithms are divided into two categories based on input types as block cipher and stream cipher. The block cipher is an encryption algorithm which takes fixed size of input, say B bits, and produces a ciphertext of B bit again. If input is larger than B bits, it can be divided further. For different application and uses, there are several modes of operation for a block cipher. So for a block cipher, the first mode of operation is the electronic code book. So it is the easiest block cipher mode of functioning. It is easier because of direct encryption of each block of input plain text, and output is in form of blocks of encrypted ciphertext. Generally, if a message is larger than B bits in size, it can be broken down into bunch of blocks and the procedure is repeated. So the message is broken into the blocks of B bits, and parallelly all the blocks are encrypted and ciphertext is generated. Here the disadvantage is that the method is very simple and it is prone to cryptanalysis. The advantage of this method is that parallel encryption of block of bits is possible, thus it is faster way of encryption and it is simple way of block cipher. The disadvantage of using ECP is that prone to cryptanalysis since there is a direct relationship between plain text and ciphertext. The second method is cipher block chaining. It is an advancement mode on the ECB since it compromises some security requirements. So in cipher block chaining, the previous cipher block is given as input to next encryption algorithm after XOR with the original plain text block. So in a nutshell, here a cipher block is produced by encrypting a XOR output of the previous cipher block and presenting plain text block. Advantage of CBC. CBC works well for input greater than B bits. CBC is good authentication mechanism, better resistive nature towards cryptanalysis than the ECB. Disadvantage of CBC: parallel encryption is not possible since every encryption requires previous cipher. So here we can see that in every encryption is performed by taking the previous cipher block as the input in the encryption. Now the cipher feedback mode. So in this mode, the cipher is given as feedback to the next block of encryption with some new specification. First, an initial vector 4 is used for first encryption, and output bits are divided as set of S bit and B minus S bit. The left hand S bits and at the left hand side the S bits are selected and are applied an XOR operation with plain text bits, thus result given as input to shift register and the process continues. So advantage of this cipher feedback mode is that there is some data loss due to use of shift register, thus it is difficult for applying cryptanalysis. So here the advantage is that because of using a shift register, the cryptanalysis is difficult because the shift register loses some of the bits in the data. So as you can see in the diagram, we are using a shift register, and into this shift register we are using the previous ciphertext as the feedback. Output feedback mode. The output feedback mode follows nearly same process as the cipher feedback mode except that it sends the encrypted output as feedback. So instead of the actual cipher, which is XOR output. So in the output feedback mode, we are sending the encrypted output as the feedback, not the actual cipher. In this output feedback mode, all bits of the block are sent instead of sending selected as bits. The output feedback mode of block cipher holds great resistance towards bit transmission error, and it also decreases dependency or relationship of cipher on the plain text. So here, as we can see, that the encrypted cipher text is sent as the input to the next encryption. The counter mode. The counter mode, or the CTR, is simple counter-based block cipher implementation. Every time a counter-initiated value is encrypted and given as input to XOR with plain text, which result in ciphertext block. The counter mode is independent of feedback use and thus can be implemented in parallel. So this is the last topic of the unit second, and our unit second is completed. Thank you.